Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Lee and I am a journalist in St. Louis, Missouri, and we cover Missouri and Illinois. So I have the autopsy of Sonya Massey, and this is a public document that we will likely be sharing at some point on our website. And it really doesn't tell more than what you already probably know, but it gives us some insight to if there was anything else going on or any other injuries. And so I just want to warn people because definitely this is extremely sensitive, and if you're scrolling, you might not want to read this necessarily. I'm not going to go through everything because you can read it for yourself, and also I don't want to cause extra trauma, but I wanted to share it because I feel like it's important for people. Again, you know, when you read these documents, like an autopsy report, it's clinical, but it is detailed. And so sometimes those details, when you read it, can cause an emotion or just a physical reaction because there's so much detail to what someone's body looks like and other things. But just to give you some perspective, the date of death was July 6th, which we know, on 1:47 a.m. The date of the autopsy was 2 days later, the 8th, and the time of the autopsy was 8:30 in the morning. The body was examined at the Memorial Medical Center in Springfield, Illinois, under the authority of the coroner. So when the body came in, it was still in the body bag, and it had full rigor mortis. And the medical examiner talks about what she was wearing, and also that she had a right cheek earring, which had since been, or piercing, which had been released to, they took off and released to the funeral home. They have an external examination. So they say the body of that is a well-developed, well-nourished black woman whose appearance is compatible with the stated age of 36 years. The body is 112 pounds and 64 inches. Sonya Massey was a small woman. They say that, you know, basically she is in good preservation in the absence of embalming. Nothing notable. They actually use the words unremarkable for a lot of things, like the extremities are well developed and symmetrical. The back is unremarkable. Things like that. They talk about identifying marks and scars, evidence of injury. So here we go. There is a gunshot wound of the head, which we know, and minor blunt force injuries of the right leg. So it goes on to talk about how the bullet entered, where it exited. The direction of the bullet is from front to back, downward, and slightly right to the left. The evidence that was submitted. And this is where I get a little confused because there was a part that said that the hands are bagged. And I don't really know what that means, but it is part of the evidence that was submitted. So the following items are collected, sealed with appropriate labeled containers, and released to Illinois State Police. Bags from the hands, buccal swabs, fingernail clippings, pulled head and pubic hair, a DNA blood card standard, fingerprint cards, clothing, and then a gunshot residue kit. They go on to describe every body cavity, neck, cardiovascular system. They look at how much like liquid was in your body, all these different things. The endocrine system, the musculoskeletal system. But nothing is, again, everything is unremarkable, meaning she was a healthy looking woman and a healthy woman in general. So they did some toxicology reports. The toxicology reports show that she had gabapentin. I'm not really sure what that is. I'll have to look that up later. Gabapentin. There's a little smudge, so it might not be pentin, but I think it's pentin. It might be penlin. Delta 9 carboxy THC, delta 9 THC. Looking at what else. Basically, the findings here are that she died of a gunshot wound to the head. The entrance came beneath, it says it's like A, B, C, D, E, F. So the entrance came beneath the left eye. There was a perforation of the left internal carotid artery. The bullet exited from the posterior left surface of the upper neck. Actually, there's a diagram here, which I've probably been showing you. So it came here, it exited out here. She had some associated injuries as well, a skull fracture and subarachnoid hemorrhages, direction front to back, downward, and slightly right to the left, which we said. And the range. So the range said no soot or gunpowder stripling on the skin, which we, saw in the video. Based on the available, this is the conclusion. Based on the information available to me and on the autopsy findings, it is my opinion that Sonya Massey, a 36-year-old black woman, died as a result of a gunshot wound of the head. So the autopsy, by the way, was done on the 8th, as I mentioned. The date it was submitted was the 19th, so just a few days ago, and then we received it this morning, and that's what we've been waiting on. If you want to learn more, you can. The case number is CC24302 from the Sangamon County Coroner's Office, and this is the information right here if you want to look at it for yourself, because I know a lot of people will be wondering and also will want to see it for themselves as well. This is a public document. This is a public office. You have every right to this information. I don't think it will tell you anything different than what's been reported, but in transparency, you should know that this is available to you.